Crab cake or cakes?
Cake.
I don't think I've ever watched.
Two, 1, 2.
Hello, hello, hello. This is the Bad Mama Jamma.
Yeah, I'm getting less.
We're about to go live on youtube.com/Dweeb Factory. LA's ready.
Always ready. Been ready. Born ready. Wall ready.
We ready.
What about now?
We ready.
We ready.
Yeah.
No, that was my jam back in the day, bro.
That's everybody.
Yeah. So if you each want to go on, this is yours right here. Okay.
Fucking remix with Bubba Sparks.
And then
Mm-hmm.
there's two settings. You have these for individual mics, but it's
Bubba, baby.
yeah,
Trouble,
those are
baby.
left and right, I'm guessing.
Hit the tracker running, baby.
Okay. Sounds good. We should be good. Okay. All right, Ellie, do you have your intro pulled up?
Yeah.
When are we going
I'm
live?
posting our link to
Very good.
YouTube.
Yeah.
Give me 1 second.
Let me do the same to you real quick. Give me 2 seconds.
When are we going live?
Once we repost the links.
Okay.
Everybody look. Zach, real quick, just look.
Hi.
I don't care if his face is down. His face is down. I told him to look. He looked up and looked back down. How that worked.
Nerd! Dweeb Factory. I'm gonna post the link on the channel's page as well. Unless somebody already did that. Did you do that already? Are you doing that right now, or are you posting on your actual page?
Posting on my actual page, cause can you post on Dweeb?
Yeah, I'm on there right now.
Okay.
Oh, sure.
Okay, once you have it up on the Dweeb Factory Facebook, someone else will go from there.
Publish. Alright, let me get a couple people.
What's it called? EW issue edition? Star Wars EW
Edition, yeah.
edition.
Star Wars Edition.
Just getting a couple people. I'm gonna get a couple people watching. Almost done.
Let's all right, yeah.
Alright, I'm good to go. Is it up on, if it's up on the page, then you should be good.
Alright.
Literally, Ashley watched the show last week. She goes, "It was just so entertaining to see you try not to cuss."
That was entertaining. It was entertaining
Yeah.
for all of us.
I'm saying, like,
I'll do it again this week.
Ha!
what you guys need to do is you just need to draw straws of who can see the one cuss word. You know, and just, I don't know, use it like Disney bucks.
Oh, I would win.
You can't stop cursing either, so I don't know what you're so happy about.
When that camera's on?
Yeah.
No, BC's
Okay.
very.
All
no,
right,
BC's
cool.
very
No, I'm
good.
saying
Cool.
like you get one cuss word.
I won't use any when the camera's on.
He let go at the end.
I'm real used to because
I
in
said that.
wrestling all my shows are PG-13. I'm not allowed to cuss.
Oh, okay.
So when I'm in the ring, I gotta cut it off. So
Okay.
Man, I'm gonna download Messenger.
All right,
Look into the Messenger.
we're good.
Wait.
Do you not have Messenger app on your phone, sir?
I had it, but I forgot I took it off. It was acting up.
Oh my gosh. All right, let me shoot out the show a little bit more. Once you have it down, let me know.
Yup. Open. Not now. Okay. Not now. Ooh. Uh-oh, shalibidos.
God, stupid
Whew.
mad.
All right, I think I'm good.
Oh, we're live. We're about to go live
Oh my god.
on YouTube.
Why do you do this when we're about
Stop
to start
it.
the show?
Stop
Like,
it.
we're literally like
It's a
ready
thing.
to go. We're already 12
is
minutes
LA,
late.
is LA live? Is he ready to go?
God, I
Do you got your
hate
stuff together?
So much. I hate you so much.
Yes.
All right, we're good to go.
Yeah, let's
make
just-
sure to check us out on
let's just
YouTube.
wait longer.
Shut your mouth.
Let's just wait a little bit longer.
Shut your
Good.
mouth.
Let's do your little live video. This is so dumb.
Cody,
So dumb.
Cody, thank you for watching. Make sure you guys go to.
Thank you for watching these 12 seconds
my
that he's
gosh.
doing. It was so important for you to click on there.
Will you let me get through this? Make sure to go to the Dweeb Factory YouTube page
We
and
should just
watch our
set the
new show
time for
live.
us to start at
Watch
7:15.
watch our show right now live. We're talking about everything that came out for Star Wars this week. Tons of news. Go check it out on YouTube, Dweeb Factory. Thank you. Did that take so long?
It's pointless to do.
Selfish
Like it's so
asshole.
everyone's like, let's click on this. Oh, they're done. They're not really doing anything on this. They're just telling us to go to another place to watch a video. It's so stupid. You're a moron.
And that helps.
So glad you're back today.
If you would have done it like 10 minutes ago, okay.
We're fine. All right.
Is his levels down? Okay, great.
Oh yeah, you're gonna have to be on that, boy.
Yeah, I know. I'm just.
Did y'all warn him about me? Did y'all even give him a heads up?
Nope.
I'm
All right.
Which mic is mic? Which?
I should be good. It says I'm good.
Yeah. Well, I'm just trying to figure out. It was just like in sequential order. Yeah. All right. Whatever. I'll figure it out.
Mm-hmm.
All right.
All right. We're good to go.
All right. Okay.
You want to give us a countdown?
Okay.
Oh, he's actually gonna do it. So.
Oh, do you want me to?
Yeah,
Yes,
absolutely.
do it.
Go for
Alright,
it.
Okay. 5, 4.
What's up, everyone? Welcome to another fantastic episode of WTF Live. Zach, don't move.
I was just waving. I'm
Don't-
sorry.
don't you dare
Just
move.
Keep doing.
Okay. As we always come to you each and every week on Fridays, live at 7 p.m. from Nerdvana, Frisco, Texas. Coffee, food, and spirits. I am joined by my wonderful panel here today. Each and every week, we are going to talk about the announcements, news, and updates from everything happening in the galaxy far, far away. What the Force podcast. Can I get a little bit of love because BC's back?
I'm
Yep,
back.
yep,
I don't know.
yep.
I'm actually in Dallas for once for the show. This is so exciting.
We almost thought you quit. Like we checked with HR, we fired you, and it was like, no, we can't. 'Cause
Well, I mean, you probably shouldn't have fired me because, you title things like WTF, is Kylo Ren the Chosen One? What the Force, Star Wars podcast
Where's that at?
Oh, I know who did
on
that.
YouTube. It's
Yeah,
the
I know.
podcast. Welcome to the What the Force podcast.
This is the
I
fun.
am the Jersey Jackass, your boy, B to the C. Hit me up on Twitter at RealJackassBC, RealJackassBC.
Is this the end of the show?
No, we'll finish that in post, dude. It's not a big deal.
I'm just saying.
Or we could just say it's the Poe Dameron podcast.
Ooh.
Maybe it's meta,
That
bro.
would've been- that
Maybe
would-
it's meta.
that would've been POE.
Maybe it's.
Dang, check and mate. I am your host, L.A.LA, and over here is Darth Vader of our universe, the Mad Zach.
How's it going, guys?
So
It will say podcast when people watch it, so people think this is gonna irrelevant. Totally irrelevant.
totally relevant.
Podcast.
Oh, we got tons
what
to
is
talk
a
about.
podcast?
Hello,
Tons
Paul.
to talk about.
Hi, Paul. First thing we're gonna talk about is the EW photos, and the Mad Zach is super excited because all the things that he's been wanting to see, like bird-like fish dinosaurs,
Pretty much. Pretty much.
Zach, get right into it.
Ben, this is go random fire. Ben, pull up the first clip. Woo! All right.
I love how there's so much information coming out of the EW edition. There's so many different pictures, and there's such about new vehicles and new places to go, and Rey and Luke together. And what are we going to talk about first? The Porgs.
So this small little creature, like big old beady eye, sad little thing.
Hamster on cocaine.
Oh my gosh, yeah. He's like opiumed out.
It's a real crisis.
It's a Porg. Porg is a Porg.
Porg.
Porg on a stick sounds like a thing that.
Chewie looks like he's ready to eat him.
I don't doubt that Chewie's gonna eat that thing.
Ooh, looks delicious.
So guys, if we know Disney's got to sell some products. If they got to sell anything, they're gonna sell some plush toys.
This is a pure toy.
Like, dude, this is gonna be a Hot Toys like accessory for Rey. It's gonna come with a Porg.
It's a Porg.
Like, so yes, this is just a new photo that came out of Entertainment Weekly, with some other details we're gonna talk about later in the show. But yes, we just gotta get this out of the way. We gotta get out of the way the Porg. The only thing I gotta think about it is Disney. You gotta sell some toys. Those are my thoughts.
I'm assuming this is our generation's Ewoks. Is that what this is? We get the new version of the Ewoks now.
Were the Ewoks too dark and gritty? Do we have to like soften it up with like some beady-eyed gerbils?
He looks creepy more than cute. I don't know who. I really hope that it has like some type of like Super Saiyan mode, like it just grows into like this huge thing as big as Chewie.
If it does that,
he's gonna be my new favorite character.
I'm gonna be pissed.
Like it's like small and little,
That
like
is
a little,
so
like a little
dumb.
Furby, and then like he gets hit, like knocked around. He just,
like once he get
like
kicked,
hulks out.
Like once he get kicked 3 times, they can like take down like 4 stormtroopers.
That would be awesome. We have excellent ideas every week, and Disney is not taking heed. I don't understand what's going
Disney,
on.
what are you doing? All right, next image, Ben. Let's go.
There we are.
Space nuns.
They're the nunnery, but they're medics.
So these are the inhabitants of what's the planet called again? BC. Achu. Which is
Aktu.
It's speculated to be one of the first Jedi temples where Luke Skywalker took the possible Ashan vow to exile himself from the rest of the universe because of his fallen reestablished Jedi Order, and now he's on this random planet with the giant sea monster creature pet that we talked about.
I'm going to assume they're related.
That'd be cool.
They're related to the
giant sea monster creature.
And we now get an official photo of these, like, don't they look like, guys remember the old, like, sitcom Dinosaur?
That's exactly what I mean.
Yeah, he literally said that while you were downstairs.
I was like, these are the characters from Dinosaur.
If they have one, like, in a high chair, I'm going to
knock
lose
the mama.
My stuff. I'm going to lose my stuff. It's going to be the hilarious thing ever. But yes, Space Nuns. We got Space Nuns. And what else do we got, Ben?
Well, before we switch off those things.
Oh, get off the red stuff.
Good switch, Ben. They are not fans of Skywalker either. They said it in the
Really?
edition. These things are not happy about Luke being there.
Because just like he leaves stuff everywhere.
I guess I guess he's like that roommate that just kind of won't leave.
Are they like celibate,
just
like tempted?
Like, look, dude, you're gonna need to get up out of here. We've got enough going on our little island. You're not doing your rent right. You're not paying. You keep going in the fridge, taking our stuff. Come on, man.
They're also described in the description as fish bird type. There's nothing about them that's fish and or bird.
No,
not in the slightest. So that's an incorrect description.
Fish bird nuns.
Bird nuns.
To be honest, they probably don't get out a lot. Maybe go to the clubs. Maybe they're like a little celibate and jealous that hot piece of butt like Luke Skywalker's there, and they're just like, "Sir, you're tempting us way too much." We have a vow of celibacy.
Or they could just be harem women to the sea creature.
Maybe the only male on the island is the giant sea creature.
He's just popping these things out.
If you guys didn't see that, it's on a past episode of What the Force where we talked about Luke Skywalker having a giant Lapras furry sea creature. That's been confirmed.
There's a Pokeballs in Star Wars now. It's confirmed.
Yep. So that's interesting.
Yeah.
That's really interesting because you think he'd be invited there because...
Who he is?
Well, in Jedi, and just like it's a Jedi temple. It's an old Jedi temple. Why wouldn't he be invited there? I mean, these just creatures like, we grew up out of the ground and this is our place now. We have an amazing picture coming up next that we talked about for several weeks. It is the Royal Guards of Snoke Now, it doesn't show it in this picture. I don't know why I saw it on several other pictures online, but on this picture, I edited this perfectly. Trust me. There's actually an energy blade around these red guards. So
Which we predicted.
Yes.
We predicted on the last show that was the thing.
And these are the Royal Red Guards of Snoke. So these guys who, like, sit right beside him, die beside him, and Palpatine's Red Guards look... The only thing similar between these and Palpatine's is the color red.
Mm-hmm.
Palpatine's guards, I thought, looked useless, didn't they? Because they had, like, that big headpiece.
They had on armor under all those garbs that they wore. They may have looked calm, but they were some violent.
And some of them
mofos.
were actually retired clones.
Yeah.
So I don't know what we're gonna get with these guys, but I'm excited to see it. They look just like some Star Wars samurai. That's all I gotta say.
The weapons. I want to touch on the weapons a little bit. Do you think that the weapons are going to be it just has an energy blade so it can cut through anything?
Yes.
That's it? That's all they're going to do? It's not going to shoot out or anything like that?
It might have maybe an energy burst, but sir, now you're adding way too much to these characters.
Well, this is what I want personally. I want it to be like a Gambit style thing where it builds up kinetic energy. So after each hit, it grows and then they can just shoot it out like a wave, like they slice it.
Honestly, I don't even think these guys will do anything other than stick out their blades once.
And they get
to someone's face.
It'll be funny if they don't do anything.
No, I'm not. I don't think
they're literally just stand there like all the others.
Let's just do this one time, and they'd be like.
The original Royal Guards. The only thing we ever got out of them was a little bit of fighting in Lords of the Sith, where the ship's coming down on Palpatine and Vader, and the Red Guards are like, "We'll protect you," and Palpatine goes, "Move," and Palpatine literally deflects with his own lightsaber like ship fire. And the Red Guards standing there like, "We're here, though, for moral support. We're here for you, bro." And then Vader is
do you need a coffee? Is there anything? Can we go on a run?
Even Vader's sitting back there and just like, this is going on right now. What should I do? And then even in the comics, one of the Palpatine almost gets murdered in one of the new Vader comics. And Vader's like, "I need to teach these Red Guards a lesson." And he lines 5 of them up and kills one of them. He goes, "Did you guys learn a lesson? Palpatine almost died. He had a bomb behind his chair. You guys didn't see it. You guys are trained guards." So that's all we've gotten from these guys. So if the fact that these guys even kill one person or seem intimidating at all, good. That's way more than what we got before.
I'm very disappointed in the guards and the stormtroopers because they are at the end of the day much fodder.
Yeah, cannon fodder. Yeah,
and
they're just
it's kind of disappointing. They haven't given any of these guys some type of credibility. There's no unique fighter.
We're gonna get that.
About it. The battering ram one that we got.
You need that in movies like this. You know, like Avengers. You have the Chitauri. You know, you need something for the good guys to just cut down and go through.
Yeah, but you always want one above the rest, like a Darth Maul, right? You don't.
Yeah,
he was
you need something. That's where we thought we were gonna get with Captain Phasma.
Right.
But, which we will get. We will get.
That's what we're gonna.
We talked about it last week. The reason why is because they just were like, Captain Phasma was the throwaway character, and then they're like, crap, we have Gwendolyn Christie, we need to use it. So now they're going to use it. And we talked about last week also that it's confirmed that Hux and Phasma have a relationship.
We're going to blur that out in the post, right? No? Okay.
There is no post.
It's live!
All right, let's cut, take it back 20 seconds. All right, action, here we go.
Yep.
So, we're back.
That is all the pictures that were important, correct?
Oh, no, sir. There's a couple more. Let's go.
This is the one that was taken from, this is actually from The Force Awakens.
It's not. Stop it, guys. No, it's not.
At the end of the movie.
No, it's not. Entertainment Weekly is right in the corner. It was released in this new image.
Explain why this picture is important, Zachary.
This picture is important. Because they gave details of more of Luke and Rey's relationship on the article below.
Okay.
And the article is that it's a lot like what we said of Luke's like, "What are you doing on my lawn? Get out of here." And she's like, no, you're Luke Skywalker. And he's like, "That's cool. Get out of here. Jedi are dead. I tried to rebuild it. Frickin' nephew murdered everyone. I'm done." But it's just a really cool set piece to show, I think this is showing, with Luke over there, in his little hut, just, get out of here. What are you doing? You selling Girl Scout cookies? Just, knock this off.
So how long do you think Rey is on the island before he's finally like, fine, fine, I'll teach you how to freaking use the freaking lightsaber.
We're gonna get that scene where he finally opens up, and it's gonna be like the caretakers are walking by, and then he's just like, yeah, they don't really like me, man.
I think the first quarter. I think like honestly, if they go all the way to like halfway of the movie and she's still not trained, I'm gonna be pissed.
Oh god, she's gonna be trained in the first act.
You better.
I hope so.
You better hope so. You're gonna do like a Mr. Miyagi type thing, where it's like.
Oh yeah.
Actually, I think it's a lot like that. If you think about Karate Kid, Collider pointed this out on Jedi Council. It's a lot like that. Mr. Miyagi did not want to train that, white kid so fast.
The white kid.
The white.
I was trying to think of the name they used for that, but is it? It's not.
Gaijin.
Gaijin, yes.
I don't know. That was from Tokyo Drift.
Yeah. No, that's exactly what it is. That's what they call Caucasians. And he's like, I'm not gonna train this kid. Like, get out of here, get out of town, and then eventually they get going. Mm-hmm. So I think it's gonna be a lot like that. Ben, I think we have one more image, two more images.
No, we got one.
Is it the Kylo Ren image?
It's the Rose and Finn. We don't have a Kylo Ren.
Oh, who's that?
Oh, I pulled over the Kylo Ren image. Basically, Kylo Ren's scar just goes further down than what we thought.
Oh, great.
Okay, so but we have this one where we get
Rose,
our new character, who's apparently full of life.
So I'm assuming Finn's hitting that.
He's trying to, I believe.
It looks like he's.
There's another image. It's okay. I probably didn't pull over, Ben. It's fine.
So basically, you didn't pull up the images we needed, Zach.
Give me my laptop, Ben. So Rose's sister was recently killed.
What are you gonna
Just
do?
chill out.
I swear to
It's
God.
not even showing us. It's fine, Ben. Rose's sister was recently killed in a First Order attack, and now she is bent on revenge to get back at the First Order. So she's all like, "Let's go, let's do our thing." And the other image that was released of them,
to juxtapose that is we know that Finn does not really want to be the hero, but he keeps being pulled into that role. Like, he wants to just get as far away from the First Order as possible because he keeps getting messed up.
If Finn gets a lightsaber and is able to wield it, what does that mean for the universe?
You mean if Finn's Force sensitive? That's a question you're posing.
Yeah,
right.
yeah. If we've already seen him wield a lightsaber.
Right, but not successfully. Like
No,
right.
Because he's not Force sensitive.
But he wielded it though. So would that mean he is?
No, that's like. Are you a samurai?
No, but I can.
Okay, but can you hold a samurai sword? Could you hold that?
They won't do it because the issue that I have with this whole Star Wars universe right now is that they are like limiting the amount of Force sensitive people, and now you're gonna have two of your main characters Force sensitive that are not gonna do it. So that's why Leia was never Force sensitive.
Correct me if I'm wrong. Don't you need the Force to even light that bad boy up?
No, there's a button on it. You just press the button.
But I thought
was Han Solo Force sensitive?
Now, to wield it properly without cutting your toes and nads off, yes. You do need to be Force sensitive.
But it's just a button. You just now you need to be Force sensitive to create your own.
Yeah, to even create a lightsaber.
To design the light, but once it's already designed and made, it's just an on-off switch.
So literally anybody can use a lightsaber.
Yes.
Technically.
That's disappointing.
It's a sword. It's just a.
I thought it was a special sword for Jedis.
It is. It's what is the weapon of a Jedi because it's difficult to use.
And
you just said anyone can pick it up though.
Yes.
You just can't master it. Is what you're saying.
Yeah, you're not.
No, like
you're
literally,
not
you'll cut yourself in half.
You'll probably cut your hand off.
Like the only thing you could probably do with a lightsaber, like a non-Force sensitive person, could probably go, haha.
You could be a fencer. You can fence, but you can't go into a fight with a samurai. Like, you know what I'm saying?
Well, because as soon as you're pulling it behind your back, as soon as you're trying to whipping it around, like that's when you're going to cut yourself. Because what happens is when Jedi are battling with a lightsaber, what they're able to do is they actually, Yoda did this, Anakin did this, most Jedi do it, is they actually put a Force defensive barrier around themselves. So if they're like whipping it real fast and it's about to graze their shoulder, it hits a Force barrier and they're able to like wield this extremely deadly light blade.
I'm assuming this is in a
with
book.
with precision.
Yeah, that's much more legends than it is like actual canon right now.
What?
So,
Yeah,
but
it's just not gonna work. It's not.
I mean, it's just like it's like Spider-Man Spider Sense. Like, you know, he kind of knows what's gonna happen before it happens. So if they're sitting there and they're fighting and stuff with it, they kind of see a little bit of like, oh shoot, I need to move just a little bit, you know. But he's still not. You know, so you could go turn it on, you'll probably cut your hand off. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Interesting.
Is that
Like
the
Zach
same
tried to cook a couple weeks back and he stabbed himself in the leg.
Stop.
You know,
That's
he
fact.
shouldn't.
That's fact.
He's not a chef. He shouldn't be cooking.
Right. Absolutely.
Sir, I cooked an amazing
Now all this
meal.
makes sense.
I cooked an amazing meal, and what I was doing was I was walking up the stairs and just shut up. I won the arms tournament.
So you
Eat a
should-
dick.
So you should
I won the Injustice tournament.
Yeah, that's fine. You're playing against scrubs.
Oh, okay.
Ooh.
all right.
Was LA
We'll
there?
We'll find out
I
on
was
the
not there.
18th.
Was LA
we'll
there?
We'll find
Right.
out on the
Very
18th.
right. I was not there to stop you.
By the way, that's a good segue. You want to do shout out for the tournament, LA?
Do we have the picture up now? It looks like we have the picture up.
Oh, no, sorry. We'll do a shout out for the tournament
Okay.
here in a minute. So, LA, what you can see from Dick Long Dong there, that now what we complained about, what me and BC complained about, I think even in the first episode,
I didn't really complain much about it.
I did, is that he looked like he had like a Tinkerbell fairy cut on his face, but now we see the scar like goes like full long,
So
like
it grew.
pretty much. But yeah, that's the picture we get of Kylo Ren, which is the main topic of tonight, which perfect segue of Luke's thoughts on
We
Kylo
didn't-
Ren.
Okay, we'll wait till after that to talk about those. Yeah. Do you have the quote?
I
You
do
wanna
have the
read
quote.
Yeah,
Oh, it's long. It's long as hell. I'll give
okay.
a little excerpt from
you're
it.
good. You're
Yeah,
good.
that
Okay.
that whole thing was something I wrote with the quotes.
So they talk to Hamill, and Hamill is basically I'm shorting this down. So he's basically saying, meanwhile, Luke is still stewing
that's
over.
Ryan Johnson.
Is it?
That's Ryan Johnson's
Oh,
quote. That's the
maybe
first
I
one.
need to go up because
Yeah.
you didn't do a very good job.
Here, does this help a little bit better? Is it easier to read there?
Yeah, sure.
That's Ryan Johnson's quote. The first
This one?
Yeah.
So this is what you want to read first?
Yeah.
All right. So Ryan Johnson says the very first step in writing of this was figuring out why he's on the island, which is obvious. We know that he is not a coward. He's not just hiding because he's scared. I don't know, bro. You
His okay.
Scary.
LA's responses is not part of the actual.
Yeah,
quote.
It is. It's in there. It's actually
Just
in my.
stop.
It
Just
says
go.
LA stop.
LA, just get to it.
It's because he's scared, but we also know that he must know his friends are in danger. He must know the galaxy needs him. He's sitting on an island in the middle of nowhere. There has to be an answer. It had to be somewhere where Luke Skywalker believes he's doing the right thing and processes of figuring out what that is and unpacking it in the journey for Rey. Meanwhile, Luke's still stewing over the whole training Ben Solo to become a Jedi thing. Made a huge mistake in training.
This one's a
his
quote
nephew.
from Hamill himself.
All right. Luke made a huge mistake in thinking that his nephew was the chosen one, so he invested everything he had in Kylo, much like Obi-Wan did with my character, and he is betrayed with tragic consequences. Luke feels responsible for that. That's the primary obstacle he has to rejoining the world and his place in the Jedi hierarchy. Is that guilt, that feeling that is his fault, that he didn't detect the darkness in him before it was too late.
Which he shouldn't feel guilty, because the most powerful Jedi didn't detect Anakin going to the dark side. But that's because they were like sitting on a Sith temple. Palpatine was really powerful, and even Yoda goes, "Yeah, it's our fault for not sensing this at the time." So he shouldn't like beat himself up over it. But at the same time, I'm sure he's like, I was trying to do everything I could to avoid like my students turning to the dark side. I was doing everything possible. Like I'm looking at them while they sleep. I'm having psychological tests with them. I show them a red lightsaber, blue lightsaber, and if they poke red, I murder them. Like, I'm sure he's doing everything he possibly could to end this. And when his own nephew, who is the most important part of this video, is who he thought was the chosen one, turns, that's a really big deal because his dad was supposed to be the chosen one. No. Then in Rebels, we learned that Obi-Wan thought Luke was the chosen one, and maybe Luke's like, well, we're just both like dudes. Maybe this kid is the one who's gonna re-flourish and bring the Jedi back to the world. So it's a very interesting quote that I want to see. I know we probably won't get it in the film because we don't get the depth that we want, but I want to see why Luke thought that.
Yeah, it all goes back to was it episode 2? It may have been episode 3. I don't know. It was either Revenge or it was Attack, where Yoda was like a prophecy that could have been misread. You know, when they're talking about who the chosen one. I am still of the belief that Anakin was the chosen one. He was created by the Metachlorians.
Yep,
He was created by the Force. And he really brought balance to it. He's the one that destroyed the Sith. like the prophecy originally said, you were meant to destroy the Sith, not join them. Yeah, he joined them, but in the end, he destroyed them.
Well, if you think of the word balance, there was not balance in the Force because there was so many Jedi. So what he did is he executed all the Jedi, and then the one Sith that was taking over, he murdered him. So literally he brought balance to the Force because now there's not like thousands and thousands of these ultra powerful Force users that are manipulating the Force. So what he did is he literally just said reset.
See, but the problem was there was still one Jedi, so there's still not balance. So is balance the Jedi seem to believe that balance is
all Jedi.
All Jedi. That's not balance. You probably have to have that struggle between good and evil. Like that's what the Force is. The Force is not just all good or all dark. It is good versus evil. You have to have the light with the dark.
I agree. I'm still of the belief that Anakin was the chosen one, mostly because of how, if you guys remember in Clone Wars, remember like the celestial beings that he tangled with in Clone Wars, and they were taken back by him?
Yeah.
Like, these guys are like the pure Force. Like, they were basically almost gods. And they were like, oh dang, like, who is this kid? They weren't like, oh, who's that sperm in his sack that'll eventually be the chosen one? Or who's that sperm inside that sperm of that uncle of that sperm that will be that chosen one? They were literally looking at Anakin and they were saying, all right, this guy's something special. They recognize it, and these guys are almost like Force gods. By the way, LA, have you gotten that far in the Clone Wars yet?
Nope.
You need to get there, bro.
I finally finished, and I have also finished Rebels.
Oh, you have, sir?
I am finally completely caught up.
Okay, so next week's show, one of our segments is we're going to be talking about not LA. Sorry, you haven't gotten there yet, bro. BC's review of Rebels and thoughts. We're going to be talking about that, so look forward to that next week.
So I had a conversation with BC off camera about this. So it seems a lot of history repeating itself. As Star Wars fans, are you just complacent with this? That it's literally the same story, just redone with new characters?
It's not.
I still don't feel it's
Disney has taken the embryo that is our child, and they're scrambling it up. They're changing things up quite a bit. I think that they're setting it up to almost look like it. But I think that maybe that's a big reveal we're getting this next.
See, I think The Force Awakens had a lot of nostalgia points to it to make it really much seem a lot like the very first one. I think it worked. It worked the best in there because you needed that to bring everybody back in and say, this is the Star Wars that you loved. This is not the prequels. This is the original saga that you loved. We're going to do this right. And that's why they had a lot of the same plot elements. It even gets to the point that even Han Solo in there goes, all right, so how do we blow it up? There's always a way to blow it up. Like, you know, I felt like
that was a little jab at themselves. When
it was them poking fun at themselves going, yeah, we understand that we're doing basically the same thing, but we have to set this world up. And that is the way they set it up. There's a line in one of the books. I don't know what book it is right now because I'm not actually reading the books. I just read it.
Bloodlines probably. There's a lot of
where they're talking about the First Order and how they're sitting there going, look, the Empire had things right, but they didn't execute it properly. So now we are going to come in here and we're going to execute properly. That's why a lot of the First Order looks exactly like the Empire, but it's still different a little bit with little tints here and there. So that's why I don't feel that it's like the same story all over again. Like and we haven't even Rogue One was completely different, you know. And so when we get The Last Jedi, if it is the exact same story as Empire Strikes Back, then we might go, what? We're just gonna rehash like that. But I don't think it's gonna be that, you know. I don't think it's gonna be like I hate to mention the mortal enemy of Star Wars, but Star Trek Into Darkness.
Yeah.
Where it was basically a remake of The Wrath of Khan.
Yeah.
You know, I don't think it's going to be that.
I hope not. Because like I said, I've been championing the fact that Rey is going to turn dark and Kylo is going to become the new character.
You cannot.
He hates that. I really don't care. I just want it to be different, to be honest.
I would
love to see that turn. That'd be great. Look, you love heels. You're a heel.
Look,
why you don't want to see a heel?
No, actually,
you want to see a heel turn with Rey?
Face right now, but yeah, the fans wouldn't let me turn heel. See, look, we're gonna, and this is a little different because it's more of a a good guy who cannot turn heel. John Cena will not be the bad guy. It's not gonna happen because you can't turn him heel now. It won't
John
work.
Cena is a champion, sir. Rey is a dumb little girl with a lightsaber.
I know, but I'm talking more about Kylo Ren turning
Oh,
face.
him? Oh, no. Kylo Ren cannot turn.
You cannot turn.
Kylo Ren cannot
Once
turn.
you have killed
Your father.
almost everybody's favorite character in Star Wars. Like you go to the street and ask 10 people who their favorite character. I'm gonna say probably 7 or 8 of them will tell you Han Solo. All right, and if you're the one that killed Harrison freaking Ford, a freaking airplane accident couldn't kill Harrison Ford, but this little emo son of a gun did. Come on now, bruh. There's no coming back from that.
And they've also established too in press releases that basically, yeah, he's depressed that he killed his dad,
Right.
but he understands there's no turning back. Like
So,
you murdered your dad. There's no going back.
This story question for you. What if Rey joins Kylo, and now it's up to everybody else to stop them two?
Look. If Rey wants to turn heel, so be it. I don't think she's going to.
they won't.
Yeah, I honestly don't think you, because then you have no Force-sensitive good guys. They're all heels.
Now
Would that be like a great, because there's going to be a third movie, right?
Yeah,
I would love to see like them try to regain her back.
I don't think there's no way if they were to turn her, it would happen in 9. It wouldn't happen in 8.
I don't think it'll happen at all because they've made it very clear that these movies are only like this arc only is to 9. Like they're gonna do a different arc. So now we only have 2 movies. You have they've already set up your main good person. They can't turn that in 2 movies. Now if they said this arc is gonna go 6 movies, I could be like, all right. Maybe Rey gets some friends that are Force sensitive. Maybe she builds up her own little Jedi Order.
Yeah.
And does she turn for the last movie and her own little Jedi friends have to murder her and then now that starts a new arc? Sure.
Yeah.
But that's so much setup. I don't think that they can do it because this is only 2 more movies.
I only bring it in because she's been through a lot, right? She's gone through a ton of hardship. She meets Luke Skywalker. He's already depressed about Jedis. He wants to get rid of them. She wants to learn how to be a Jedi. She meets Kylo. They get to talking. And he convinces her to join up with him. And he's like, look, you already with the Master, he doesn't even want you to be around.
But then who's our good guy?
See, yeah, that's wrong.
And then Luke gets back into the fray.
But
Luke is too old to be in this.
Luke is done after episode 9.
Yeah. Luke, look, we're going to get Luke fighting Snoke, but that's about all we're going to get from Luke.
Yeah.
We ain't going to see Luke and Ben fighting. We're going to get him versus Snoke, and I bet he's going to go out.
I'm really excited to see what I want to see, and we need to move to our next subject.
I just don't want. This is the big thing. I want Kylo Ren to turn good at the end.
Yeah.
And then they all be like, because it's the same thing that Darth Vader did. I don't want that.
But
if that happens,
I don't want to see Kylo turn. I want Kylo to die the bad guy. Because Kylo is the damn bad guy.
No, actually,
and Matt is in the chat and really wants to know. Really, you're still on this Rey theory, LA?
I am. I will be on it until the movie comes out, and if I'm proven right, I'm gonna shove it in all your faces so much. On another note, Guardians of the Galaxy will also have a featurette.
Oh yes, sir. Guardians of the Galaxy Star Wars crossover. It's happening.
It's gonna be a little featurette. It's gonna just be like Drax, or it's gonna be Rocket and Groot in like a cantina somewhere.
Oh my gosh, no! If there's a gosh darn Porg inside Guardians of the Galaxy,
that was good. That one was hard for you, wasn't it? Gosh darn.
Yes, it was, sir. Yes, it was. But if there's gosh darn Porg inside Guardians, I'm gonna be like, BC, it's technically a crossover. Eat a dick. Eat a dick.
No. Have you seen the How It Should Have Ended, Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 2?
No, I haven't seen it yet.
At the end, Darth Vader walks in.
Yeah.
And cool. Chris Pratt or Star-Lord's like, Darth Vader is real.
Yeah, that's great. I love it. That's how it should happen. So we spent a lot of time on this topic. It was great. Let's go ahead and move on to the next one. So Disney's being jerks, and they're telling Netflix that we're going to take all of our fun stuff away from you and make our own toy box for a subscription for however much, $99. And that's going to be their new ploy. I think 2019 is the supposed date that this is going to happen.
At the very end of 2019, they're pulling everything off.
Yeah. So
or you'll get everything through 2018. I'm not sure.
So everything Disney coming off Netflix.
Right.
Disney building their own app.
Mm-hmm. Similar to Warner Brothers and DC. That's what they're doing as well.
Good luck.
That's what I said too.
Well,
I don't see this as
but
a
I
good
think
idea.
Disney's the one that can pull it off. Here's my quick thoughts behind it. I honestly believe Apple and Disney were the ones talking to Netflix about a buyout. They're not ready for a buyout because Netflix is so much in debt, and Disney's like, you know what, we can't wait for them to be good with their financials for us to get into streaming. We just need to go now. Bob Iger said we are aggressively trying to get into streaming. So they said, we're going to build our own app. And this is my theory. I think they're going to build their own app. I think they're going to try to pull... I think they're going to lose negotiations, Netflix is. I think if they're going to pull the whole Defender series over to this Disney app.
Ooh, they do that, that's going to be crushing.
I think they're going to put a Star Wars app as like the dangling thing in front of us saying, oh, we have Defenders. We're going to pull some stuff out of the vault for you for the first 30 days. And guess what, guys? We're going to start a Star Wars TV show. I'm good.
Here's
my
my thing. The press release said they're pulling everything Disney and Pixar. Disney proper. It made no mention of Marvel. It made no mention of Star Wars. Now, that's not to say that they're not going to pull those, but as of right now, it has not mentioned those. And Netflix came out, I think it was today, and said that they are basically going into negotiations to try and keep Marvel and Star Wars with them. Will it work? We don't know. Now, let's look at it at face value. We talked a little bit about this on SCNS last night. Face value right now, they just pull the Disney and they just pull the Pixar off, okay? For me, that's not something I'm going to get. Because if I'm watching a Disney movie, I own it. I own Moana.
Yeah.
I own The Lion King. I own Beauty and the Beast. You know what I'm saying? Like, if I'm watching a Disney movie, I'm not getting on a streaming service to watch it.
But I will
so
say
it's not something that I want. Disney TV shows, they're also not something that I go to watch.
Oh, Liv and Maddie?
You know?
Fuck you.
But let's look at this. There we go. There you go.
Sorry.
Let's look at this
It's my
as
girls.
if I'm Zach and I have a family and I have kids. Well, then that's where this Disney app streaming service comes into play, because I'm like, well, that's another babysitter for my child. You know, you can pull that. They're going to want to watch that. They're going to want to get on the phone. They need all that Disney, different TV shows and whatnot.
Well,
now, once again, jump back over there. We do pull Marvel off there. Well, now you're telling me, so all this, I'm in the middle of rewatching all the Defenders right now. I'm going through them. I am binging them like crazy right now. So you tell me if I want to do that, now I have to have the Disney app? Now I might actually get
That's an awkward thing, though, because...
That's when you get me, when you have Marvel and Star Wars. But if it's just Disney, that's fine. I'm going to buy the movies I want.
That's where I had to disconnect, because if I click on the Disney app and there's Mickey Mouse and then I can scroll to Jessica Jones, those things don't live in the same world.
Sir, Netflix also does have settings for kids.
I understand that,
You
but
know
I'm
what I
saying
mean?
when you click on a Disney app, you don't expect content like a Jessica Jones.
We don't know. It just will. Disney will produce the app. It could be like what Funimation did with Crunchyroll, and they call it the VRV app, the most random freaking name in the world, right? So Disney could call it the Butthole app for all we know.
That one.
It doesn't need to be the Disney app. It could be like Video Central tits.
I think I think they put Disney on it. I highly doubt
It will be.
But I will say, to BC's credit, yes, there is a certain level of convenience that comes with having these Disney and Marvel movies. Like, guys, streaming is convenient. If I have my PlayStation, if I have my Apple TV, and all I have to do is switch between applications and click a button, I know this, like, guys, I know this sounds really lazy, but to go find your Blu-ray, to go stick it in there when my daughter's like, can I watch something while you get dinner ready? Yeah, here, Moana, done. Click, done. Throw it. If I got to go find the Blu-ray, I got to pull it out of the case.
See, that's all really easy for me, because I'm so OCD that all my Blu-rays are so organized.
Yeah.
I know where every single one is.
See, mine aren't. My daughter's grabbing them. She's asking to watch
again,
one. She leaves
goes
them
to having
around.
kids.
And then on top of that, too, I lend some to my friends, like Rogue One. I found out my buddy Josh had my copy of Wolf Children Rogue One in his house for 2 months.
I still have like 7 of your DVDs.
Oh, yeah, I need to get those back.
I mean, I treat DVDs at this point now like VHSs. Like, there's no point. For me personally, there's no value.
I'm
in
still
You
a
have a Fire
collector of
Stick
them.
TV, sir, so
That's true.
just shut your face.
I'm still
Yeah, I
a
can
collector
give
of them.
everything,
I collect. I like to have a collection of the hard copies. So I will always be that kind of person.
But you can't argue with the convenience of it,
Oh,
right?
no,
like
not
if,
at all.
Like if you just are able to click on something, go there and get it done, it is that way. Trust me, I prefer Blu-rays. I prefer 4K. Like, I'm a stickler for my video quality. But if I can just go, Click, click, done.
So here's my other posing question: is that Netflix? One of the greatest things that made them so much greater is that they have their own produced content. Almost every other month or week,
Over 26 originally
Netflix,
produced series.
Netflix
currently.
original. Like, I don't want to go on this Disney app just to see their rehashes of Disney XD stuff put on the app. Like, you can just watch Disney XD. Like, are they going to actively start making content every month? And
I don't know.
That's where I think it's going to fall apart.
Wait, what do you mean?
Their own, like, their brand new stuff on this.
Right. Like, are you going to keep making
Disney
stuff for the app?
Right. Like, they get my money every month.
Their shows. Yeah, they have Disney shows. They have Disney XD.
Yeah, I know. But
I'm talking about, like, originally produced content. Like, new things. Like
ABC. Sir, they have Disney, ESPN, ABC.
But ESPN already has an app, so you're not going to throw ESPN in the Disney app.
Yeah, they already do that right now. So like,
actually this Disney streaming service starts next year with an ESPN streaming service.
So the ESPN goes away.
The ESPN app, well, I don't know what's going to happen.
Because that's free.
So Drone Racing League, for example, which is absolutely fantastic. Love those guys. I had a phone call with them today. They're on ESPN 2, right? And
not Ocho.
That's ESPN 8, the Ocho.
They're on ESPN 2.
They should get on Ocho.
And then the replays play on regular ESPN. But guess what? They understand, like, hey, we want to play the premiere of the content on ESPN. We can stream it on the ESPN app and do replays on the app. But now they also stream and do replays on Disney XD app. So they even are starting to understand, like, our content. There's certain content that can mix. For example, Dude Perfect. Dude Perfect has a CMT show that's on the CMT app. But now that are producing original content, just pure trick shot videos exclusively for the Nickelodeon app, which is all part of Viacom. So yes, I'm sure these companies are starting to figure out we can now mix a lot of these different contents in between. Maybe Disney wants to centralize it. Maybe they want to mix it up. But I honestly am not sure. My honest theory behind this, though, is this is why we haven't gotten a Star Wars show.
Yeah.
Because Disney's like, great, they had that supposed show called Star Wars Underground, and they had 100 episodes written, but that's why we haven't gotten a live-action Star Wars show, is because I think they're still trying to figure out how do we bring TV to people, and it's not by ABC. Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. and Humans is a huge indicator of that. It's not live television. How do we bring a live-action Star Wars show there? So to answer your question, I think that's how we're getting original content on the Disney app. I think we're getting a live-action Star Wars show.
And that's the only thing. Like, a live action Star Wars show is not gonna be enough for me to pay $12.99 or $9.99. Like,
oh, come on now. This is Disney, all right. It's gonna be minimum $14.99.
That's like HBO is $12.
What about if you get every Disney classic out of the vault?
I can just go.
And you get Defenders.
Sir, we're talking about legal means.
Now that's the only reason.
If you look at the percentage,
it might get me that.
Because if you look at the percentage of people that actually pay for these apps, if they get it through legal means, they're not paying for Netflix. They go through illegal means. So we're going from it.
We're talking that theoretically we're all doing it legally.
Things that make money.
My subscription services are Hulu, Netflix, HBO, and those are the three that I have.
I have Hulu, Netflix, HBO, WWE, Amazon Prime, CW's free. I think that's it. I think it's just those five.
It's for a consumer. It's going to come down to who am I going to give my money to now.
Yeah.
I can't fault Disney for cutting out the middleman, so to speak. But
I don't think there's another company that could do this. We started talking about it. Well, they're doing a DC one.
That's what I'm saying.
But are they going to do a WB and take everything from all WB and put it on there? Like,
Comedy Central did a similar thing with Hulu, like Daily Show, for a good example. They stripped that off Hulu's network.
CW, yeah, that made me. Dude, if
if
WWE were ever to come off of Hulu, I would cancel my Hulu now because I can't watch Arrow and I can't watch WWE.
I think what's going to happen is that I think we're going to see these apps. So Netflix, Hulu came together and said, hey, let's just do the streaming thing. And companies were like, we'll give you our rights for our TV shows on the silly internet. Like, sure, whatever.
Yeah.
And then now it's literally there's cable cutters. It's killing TV. So now they're like, how do we bring this back in? CW did it first. Disney, everyone's starting to do it right. And I think what's going to happen is we're going to see, just like you said, I think it's a division of our personal interests, right? Like if we have to pay $10 for an app or bug our mom for their login to their TWC, we're going to see a fall of these individual apps. And I think what's going to happen again is I think we're going to see them all collide again,
and you're
in
gonna
another
have
10 years.
to buy like groups of streaming services,
Right, because cable,
which is going to be a new version of cable, because we're still technically in the streaming race, which is why Netflix is in debt, because they're trying to win the streaming race. They keep spending money making content so they can win this race.
I think cable in about 10 years will go away.
By the way,
And if Disney gets into the race, that's hard. You can't fight the mouse.
By the way, they have over 50 at Netflix. By the way, even though that there's several $billion in debt, they actually have, I think, over 50 Emmy awards and over like 90 Emmy nominations.
Yeah, and they're up quadruple in subscriptions in America, and they're up like 4 million extra or something worldwide.
They're growing about 20% every year, and that's because they're expanding at a worldwide scale. Because if we just sit here and think like Americans make businesses grow,
I got really mad because I saw
proves that is not the case.
I got really mad because I saw that on Netflix UK, all of Rebels is on there. I was like, are you? All that hard work I had to do to watch Rebels, and the UK just gets it with their Netflix.
Oh, The Force Awakens. Literally 6 weeks after the movie came out, Force Awakens was on Netflix Canada.
Yep.
Wow.
So, yep. So we have, if I want, because I really want an original StarArs live action film.
You want the
film? Well, we
Republic
get one of those every year now.
Stop.
We had The Force Awakens. It was a good one. The Rogue One came out.
TV
you're
show.
about to get The Last Jedi.
I want a live action TV show. So the best thing about Star Wars, what they're doing, the books, the comics, everything, is that they're filling in some gaps. You want a gaps that's amazing to fill in, that gives you tons of space. The one that I want.
Old Republic.
Old Republic, sir.
Yep.
Why are you gonna steal his thunder like that?
Because he talks about it.
I talk about it
every
all the
show.
time. It's okay. Ellie knows me.
I know.
I'm not gonna lie. I asked what everyone wanted before the show, what their pitch was gonna be, because I was gonna do Old Republic, and I was like, let me make sure no one else. Well, Zach is already doing it.
Sorry, my bad. Mine's just Old Republic. I can come up with something else if you.
No, I already got another one.
Mine's Old Republic, just because it's so far in the future.
Past.
It's so far in the past that it can't
future.
ruin any continuity. They can be in their own universe and not like mess up with anything going on in the books, comics, TV shows. And guys, this is what I've wanted since I learned when Obi-Wan was sitting down with Luke telling me about the Clone Wars. I was like, I want to know more about those Clone Wars. And then Clone Wars started referencing to stuff in the past, and then I got to play the Old Republic. I'm like, what the crap are we doing now? Like, who cares about this old guy in the desert and a Luke Skywalker killing his dad? Like, this is minuscule. This is stupid. I want to see, like, a game. Actually, you know what? Sidestep. I want to see an Old Republic, and I want to see, like, Game of Thrones style Sith Lord's house. Like, so the Sith, at one time before they went to the Rule of Two, there was literally, like, clans and castles of just Sith and planets. And what the thing that tore them apart was a Game of Thrones style, like they want to take over the 7 Kingdom planets. Like they want to be the #1 Sith, and it's just clans and everyone going at each other. And then you can have your White Walkers, which now are Jedi. Well, the Jedi are building up. Yeah, screw that. Well, those hippies over there, screw that. But then the Jedi are like attacking them. That's what I want. I want a Sith house of just like, I want the chicks that look like Darth Maul with like the long tentacles and the big boobs. I want all of that. I just want
PC.
I want the actual Sith, Sith race. I actually looked at the actual Sith race. So Sith were actually a race of just
like
these
from Clone Wars.
No, the Sith weren't in Clone Wars.
Oh, not the Sith. Okay, I thought you were.
There was
Darth
a
Maul.
Sith in Legends that was an actual Sith race.
I thought you were talking about Darth Maul's race. My bad.
No. That's the same race as the witches. Just the male version. They're on the same planet.
No, they're on different planets. They had to go get them.
Got it. They stole them. Kidnapping. No, the Sith, look it up. They just look like they're pink creatures that look like they have like little balls dangling from their chin. But they were the ones who were, they're the ones who actually were the Sith race.
So we want a race of Peter Griffin. Okay.
Yeah.
Right.
But that's what I want. I want something so far in the past that doesn't ruin current continuity. And I want so many Force users, my face is exploding.
What do you want, BC?
Okay, well, again, I was going to go Knights of the Old Republic. I thought that would have been a good one, too, but I completely agree with Zach. It would be a dope show. And then I was trying to think of something else I could pitch. One of my ideas was a live-action Sabine Wren show. Now, we don't know what happens to her after Rebels, but I would love to see more adventures around her.
Who would you cast as Sabine?
I don't know. It would have to be someone unknown, I think. But that's not what I'm going to go with. What I'm going to go with is a Rogue Squadron film or show.
A show.
It's kind of like Top Gun in Star Wars on television. And you've got a group of rookie pilots that are coming into Rogue Squadron, and they're having to go out and they're going on missions. They're learning how to get better. They're learning how to go up through the ranks and whatnot. And it's set somewhere in the time of the original trilogy. Mm-hmm. We can have mentions of, you know, the big guys and Luke and General and Princess Leia and all
Kinda
that,
like
but you don't have to actually see them. Do what?
Like a Defender style show?
Yes. Okay. Something like that. I think it would be a lot of fun to do. It could be, you can make it dark and gritty like the Defenders era. You could have Jimmy Smits in there as Bail Organa. It could be before we blew up Alderaan.
Okay.
I think it really could be a very entertaining show, and it's just like, you know, space Top Gun on television.
That's not too bad of an idea.
I'd like it. I like it. That's a good pitch, actually.
So here's mine. Are you guys ready?
Yeah.
Hold on to your butts.
No, actually, I'm not sure if I am ready.
Hold on to your butts.
I'm
All right.
not sure if I want.
So here's
this
what
at
I
all.
want. You guys ready?
This one, hold on. Let me guess. Rey turns heel.
No, it's not. It has nothing to do with them. So my show is a prequel live-action TV show of Chewbacca. We get to find
Jesus
out.
Christ.
We find out all about Chewbacca and his young Chewbacca self.
They don't
And
even
him
speak a language. Like,
You
it's
would
gonna
get
be
subtitles.
Oh God.
Yeah. So you get subtitles. You read that, and it's gonna be like Smallville style. To where
Do we need a preference? Does it need to be
we're
good?
like,
Villain of the week.
oh yeah, absolutely. So it's Smallville style, and there's Gorgs in it, and then
There's Gorgs.
at the very last season is where he meets Han Solo. And we learn he gets like the belt. Like, can you imagine the episode where he gets the belt and he clicks it the first time?
He had the belt in the prequels.
That's not young Chewbacca.
No, he's talking about pre-prequels. He's talking about like Chewbacca.
Yeah, I'm talking
as
about like from
a little
birth.
furry ball.
Yeah, like little kid Chewbacca grows up, goes to Chewbacca high school if they have that, and then at the end he gets his belt and he meets Han Solo. Yeah.
Why did you let him on the show, Zach?
welcome.
Like
No,
when
dude,
we
you're
were
welcome.
planning
He
this,
was really nice, and he
when
said
we
some-
were planning this show, why was it? Yeah, L.A.
I warned you that I come here to wreck stuff up.
I'm just surprised he didn't throw Donald Glover in his pit.
No, not this time. That's only for the movies. Movies only.
Well, that could be dope. Not really, but
It could.
okay. Yeah, I want. You know what? I want the Ewok adventure on television.
I mean, Ewoks are going to be in the show.
Hey Ben,
His best friend's going to be Ewok. That's the whole thing.
I just uploaded an image of the Sith in the drive. I want to show everyone what the Sith look like.
So, well, okay. That's LA.
Really?
That's,
Is there
yeah.
anything else to that? Or
No, how awesome
Just-
would that be? Just a bunch of Chewbaccas and him getting pushed around. Can you imagine Chewbacca getting bullied? Just pushing him into lockers. That'd be great. Just be like Chewbacca. And you read the subtitles like, I warned you, Chewie. I
Wait.
warned you. He's like, I warned you, stop coming around my hallway, Chewie. He's like slamming him against the locker.
if you want to watch a John Hughes film, why do you have to include Chewbacca in this? Now I will say there is one interesting.
He's just slammed,
Oh
his
my
furry face is
gosh.
slammed against the wall. I warned you, I'll come in my hallway, Chewie. Just read the subtitles there.
I don't.
He's gonna, like,
I don't
join-
even know what to do with that.
He's
Like, I
gonna
don't-
join sports to fit in.
This
It's
is
great.
why I'm not sober.
And then he learns how to fight and he picks up
This
like a ray
is
gun.
this is why I'm always out of town. Guys.
Why
This is
Chewie?
why I'm
Out
never
of
here.
every character ever in Star Wars,
like
like
popular. Is
He
not
never
popular?
saw
Did you
the
not want to take a picture of him when you saw him?
he never saw
Yeah.
the Star
Right.
Wars Christmas special.
yeah, we talked about that. Remember how did Chewbacca race replicate?
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
in the show.
Just like us.
It's in the show.
Show a picture of the Sith. Look at those dick tingling motherfuckers.
And there's our second one.
Oh,
Good job.
sorry.
You
Yeah.
failed.
Wow.
My bad.
Yeah, there's no rating.
But yeah, so that's what they look like.
In Legends.
Yes.
Okay.
They have not been confirmed yet, which I'm sure we will. Just like how there was not confirmed that there was Mandalorian Jedi. We literally got that in a 2 seconds expert inside Rebels, and we're like, oh, canon now,
Yeah.
done. Like so much of that, like with just single words, can be confirmed with canon.
Oh yeah.
So that's what I want to see. So
They look cool. They do look cool.
I think that's it.
That is
That's
it.
we talked a lot about good stuff with the Entertainment Weekly. Kylo Ren.
We didn't even get into the pictures of Leia and Poe, or the pictures of the casino planet.
I thought those were repetitive. I'm sorry.
Well, I'm just like well, there's never too much repetitive when it comes to General
Casino
Leia.
Planet though.
The casino
Maybe-
planet.
Ooh,
Maybe-
that could be something.
Bro,
that
I
Chewie-
just-
and
Dude,
that
we've been
Chewie-
talking about that on several shows. Where the fuck have you been?
And
And there's the third one.
In the Chewie live action, he goes to the casino, like he sneaks out. He goes to the casino planet.
Look, after
wrap this up.
spending my birthday in Las Vegas last week,
You want a casino planet?
I would love a casino planet.
Yeah.
Despite the fact that I went down like
You texted me the
$3
second.
grand.
You texted me the next day that you're like, dude, came in with 5 cents, walked out with 300.
oh yeah, we went on a big loser streak after that.
Too bad.
Yeah, it
That's
was
what Vegas
not
does to
good.
you.
We went down like $3,000, man.
That's what Vegas does to you, man.
Yeah.
Takes away your hopes and dreams.
Yeah, it was bad.
But next week, if there's no Star Wars news next week, which there might not be, we will cover the rest of the Entertainment Weekly photos. You want to do that?
well, I mean, we could. But,
I would love to talk about the
things,
Casino
yeah.
Planet. Maybe we talk about like what international.
It also was confirmed that Del Toro, Benicio Del Toro. There you go. I had to say his name.
I thought we'd get a photo of him. We didn't.
I thought we did.
I looked for it. Couldn't find it.
Well, he is not a current character in Star Wars lore, nor is he someone from Rebels.
Because he's the collector.
Basically, all he said is, "People, shut up. He's not Ezra." That's basically what they're
That's
saying.
exactly-
Like,
this
just
is
shut
not
your
Ezra.
shut your faces. He's not Ezra. And it's like, oh, come on, guys. Which,
I was really hoping he
which
would
we
be
talked
Ezra.
about a lot last week on last week's episode. Was I don't think they're gonna cross over too much of like the movies. I think they're really keeping the movies their own separate
Again,
thing. And
the
Easter
only
eggs.
thing I want from there is Sabine
Yeah.
and Ahsoka.
Those Force of Destiny dolls that we saw at Comic-Con now are finally released at Target, and I have to roll by there just like McKinley walks up and I go, McKinley, which one do you want? And I'm like, they don't have Ahsoka yet. They have like Leia, Rey, Jyn Erso, and
Jyn Erso,
and they have Sabine. And McKinley hasn't watched too much of Rebels. I try to get her to watch Rebels. The one episode of Rebels that she's watched consistently with me is the one where she's training with Kanan with the Black Blade. She will watch it every day. First thing she does, Dad, she goes, I don't want the pink Power Ranger toy you're going to get me. I don't even want these other toys you're going to get me. Please get me Sabine. I was like, we just need to walk. Stay strong, child. We have no money. Just stay strong. And she's like, can we steal it? And I was like, maybe. And I was like, no, then Disney won't get their money. It's fine. Then they won't know how much I love Sabine and keep making Sabine toys. And she goes, what are you saying?
Smart kid.
And she goes,
Smart. Very,
no,
very
I said
dumb.
that. And she goes, Dad, what are you saying? And I was like, nothing. It's economics. You'll learn about it later. Let's move on. So, yes, very excited about that. Good episode.
Well, once again, big shout out to Nirvana Food and Spirits and Coffee for letting us host here in beautiful Frisco, Texas. I know you love your end caps, so BC, why don't you go tell the interwebs where they can find you?
Hey, you know where to find me. You can find me on all social media, where it's Snapchat, Instagram, Facebook, or Twitter at RealJackassBC. That's RealJackassBC. My podcast, It Is What It Is, every single Thursday, now on Cinelinks.com. Your one stop for your news, reviews, editorials, and more. Keep it on Cinelinks. Next week, a week from today, we will be right here, right after the What the Force podcast, for the debut of the Mario Kart Madness. It's going down. It's going to be an awesome tournament. LA's in the tournament. Matt's in the tournament. There's so many. The Kingsman, Michael Schaefer, is in that awesome tournament. And then, after that, in the main event of the evening, it'll be the undisputed gaming championship between myself and one Mad Zach. And let me tell you, boy.
Hey, no.
Look, hold on. I ain't finished.
have the
I ain't finished.
championship. It's not even matched. You have to try to take the title from me.
Oh, okay, yeah, all right. You have the championship.
I have the championship.
Because you won. Okay, you
Yeah,
won.
I have
we
it,
had we
sir.
had a tournament that I wasn't in, that they did when I was out of town. Like, okay, BC's out of town now.
You ran
Since
out
he
of
beat
town.
everybody.
You ran out
Let's
of
do the
town.
tournament now while
No.
he's out of town.
Sir,
and
you-
now magically now we have a belt.
Sir-
That's fine. Do you play it? Do you? Go ahead, stack the deck. Do what you got to do.
Was I in the
I'm
first
coming
tournament?
Back.
Was I in the
gonna-
first
You were
tournament?
supposed to be there. You chose not to come.
No,
I'm just
you
saying.
did not invite us.
Not my fault. Not my fault.
Yeah,
All I know.
We Factor was not invited.
All I know
We're not
is that
invited.
when we had the first tournament, nobody beat me. Not once, not twice, not at all. They didn't
You
come
were playing
close.
scrubs.
They didn't even attempt to beat me.
You are playing
I swept
scrubs.
everybody, and I'm gonna sweep you. All right, that's what's gonna happen. Look, you're talented, you're good, you're smart, you're powerful, you're good at games. But Zach, let me tell you something. You're not me.
Oh my gosh.
I am a
dude.
champion. Everywhere I go, I have been a champion. All right? MPX Wrestling, I am a 4-time champion. I know what it takes to be a champion. You know what it takes to win when I'm not there and stab yourself in the leg. All right? That's how it goes. That's how it's going to go. Just make sure you're there to see the greatest fight of all time. All right? It is going down.
I'm going to stab myself in the leg as a ceremonial thing again. Just so I can make sure I can win.
Speaking of Injustice, if you play Injustice on Xbox, I have my own guild now. You can join it. It's the Jackass Nation, all one word.
That's the nerdiest thing BC's ever said in his life is I have my own guild
now. well, I get more points in the multiverse when there's people in the guild.
Why don't you go out and LARP? Why don't you?
You know what I'm going to do?
I don't know that word.
If we can get Starfire, if we can get a copy, if we can somehow
we can't. I don't think we're going to be able to use her in the tournament. Her or Sub-Zero or Red Hood.
If people have certain copies of it, I think we can. What I was basically saying was...
The problem is we have to log out for the tournament, so everything's level instead of built-up characters.
I'll find out a way.
You can change it. No, you can log in. You can make it competitive where it takes off.
Yeah.
The guild.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay, I don't know how to do
figure it out because I'll play with a
you
character that no one's ever played with. And
all
still
I know how to do is
kick
get in
your
the
ass.
game and fight. Like, that's all I know how to do.
Like, dude, you can give me a pink pony inside of Injustice,
yeah,
I'll still kick your ass. I don't care. You can give me a character that, like,
did you see the rules of it yet? You're gonna need to have. We're each gonna need to have at least 5 characters used because we cannot use the same character twice.
That's fine, dude. I don't play with any of the characters because I don't play the goddamn game.
Well, that's why you're gonna get beat. That's what happens.
Like, I played with one character several times and, like, was able to beat you a couple times with an Atrocitus.
You beat me when I was the Joker, and I'm really bad with Joker.
I mean, let's be.
And I kept trying to level. It was really bad.
Let's be honest. I mean, both of you are very blessed that I'm not fighting in this.
Also, have you not seen the dumbs?
Win a tournament, LA. Okay?
No,
just win a tournament,
yes.
and then
yeah,
you can
yeah.
talk,
Seriously,
right?
bro. Seriously.
First of all, he won by the skin of his teeth.
I wrecked your shit, bro.
You did not.
Second of all, did I not win?
You won, but now you didn't wreck.
It's called the Zach Luck. That's what I was trying to get into, sir.
Right. Okay.
You guys go sit down and play me at Nerdvana right now. You guys will probably beat me. But for some reason, when I stab myself in the goddamn leg and I show up to win,
Voltage plays in the chat says, "Oh, we're cussing again." There you go, Zach.
It's at the end of the show. AJ, thanks for sticking around.
Oh, is that AJ?
Yeah.
Thanks for not showing up, AJ.
When we're sitting down there at Nerdvana, you can put a Bill Cosby in my ass all day.
Bro!
But all right, we're gonna end the show, but I'm gonna beat VC. It's fine. It's my luck. It's my luck. They can find me at your mom's house, or you can find me at THAMADZAK. High five someone.
Only because we're on the same team.
Yep.
You can also find me on Instagram or Twitter at LAA_IZ_GFC. Once again, thanks to everybody for tuning in to What the Force Live podcast. We normally show up on your TV screens, either YouTube or Facebook. Depends on
what's working that day.
Whatever's working that day. But thank you everybody for tuning in. We love you. We care about you. Don't leave us. It's really the moral of that story.
See you guys next week.
Good one.
Bye-bye.
Good one there.
See you guys.